Big night at Lincoln Speedway. It's the Bob Lobby Memorial Twin 20s for the 410 Sprint cars. Also, the Central Pennsylvania Legends are in town. The Gene Latta Ford sponsored series. Big night for them as well. It's their final event of the 2021 season here at Lincoln Speedway. Tonight, our special driver that we're going to talk to from the Central Pennsylvania Legends division is rookie driver Owen Dimm. First of all, Owen, great to have you here and nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too. I'm glad to be here. This is one of my favorite tracks.
That's what I like to hear. Everybody that doesn't say that doesn't get another interview. But you said it. You'll get plenty of time on the interview here. But all kidding aside, why is it one of your favorite tracks?
I mean, it's probably one of the bigger ones we run other than BAPS, and it's really fast. The track's always smooth. It's a blast to run here.
I'll be sure to tell Fred Putney that. He'll love to hear that he prepares a good track for you guys. I got to tell you, I think from a fan perspective, it's probably one of my favorite tracks for the Legends cars. The feature is always outstanding.
Yeah, definitely. There's some great racing going on, and I think every time we've been here, there's been a battle for the lead, like three cars, four cars. It's always good.
But you're not in that battle normally at Lincoln Speedway. You've been struggling a bit here.
Yeah, we got into a wreck at BAPS earlier in the year, and we've really just been struggling to get the car back, but I think we finally have it back because we were pretty fast last week and the week before.
Well, that's good because this is the final opportunity to get a top run, maybe a win. What do you think of that?
I think that's a possibility tonight. I think we'll be pretty good, and I'll see what we can do.
This is your first year in Legend car racing, correct?
Yes, yeah, it is.
You started out in, like a lot of people, in go-karts.
Yeah, we ran go-karts for probably 5 or 6 years, and like last year and the year before, we ran like the Burris Series and the Keystone Series, okay. A lot of the big stuff. We went down south a few times. It was a blast.
Obviously very successful in that. A little teaser here, folks. This is his first season in Legend car racing, and we're going to find out a little bit later, but it could be his last season in Legend car racing. We're not going to give you that. We're not going to spill the beans quite yet. But you're from the Mifflintown area, yeah. So were you a fan at Port Royal?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't go to Port Royal a lot growing up because we
came to Lincoln.
I don't think I came here before I ran here. It's a little far.
It is a little far, but still, it's your favorite track, and that's all we want to hear right now.
Yeah, it's a blast. I love this place.
Well, good. Now, good-looking car, but you didn't start the year out in this car.
No, we bought an older car from Sean Groft, and then we moved into this one probably like a little before halfway through the season. So I like this one though. It's fast.
It's fast, and you're looking good in it. I mentioned the fact that you've not really been very successful here at Lincoln, but you've been successful as the season winds down for the Gene Latta Ford Legend cars. You're third in the overall point standings.
Yeah, we're doing pretty well. We had a second at Trailway earlier in the season, and we've had multiple top 5s, multiple top 10s. We're just trying to keep getting better every time we get on the track.
What made you decide when you left go-karts? What was the determining factor that you got in a Legends car?
Well, we were kind of sitting there one day at 7 Stars, is the local track we run at, yeah. And we were talking to some people, and we met April. I forget her last name. Well, is she married to Sean or Gobrek?
Okay, yes.
Yeah, and came down, talked to Sean, got to know him, got to see what these things were all about. And honestly, we were just hooked from the beginning. They're a blast. They're so much fun to drive. They're difficult to drive, but they're so fun.
How do you compare it to a go-kart? I'm going to let you answer that, but I have my thoughts already. You go ahead.
Well, it's a lot different. It's
really. I'm actually. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I thought you might say they're similar because if I understand correctly, there's not a lot of adjustment on a go-kart as far as suspension, likewise for the Legend cars.
Yeah, there's not as much adjustment with suspension on these things, but in go-karts, the tire game was a big deal, and you can't prep tires or anything with these, so it's more so, I feel like a driver's car, which is a lot of fun, but like with a go-kart, you could go out and get beat by a guy with a month older set of tires on, and that's just not how this works.
Right.
But they're fun. It's a different type of fun.
The go-kart's entire wars, I guess not tire wars, tire games, they're synonymous. I was shocked when I first saw how many tires and how much the guys treated their tires. It's not a secret, it's expected.
Yeah, oh, definitely. We've ran some go-kart stuff this year. I have a ride with Kobe Benner. He works at Benner's Butcher Shop, and I run for him some. We've ran probably like 4 or 5 races, and you probably have like 20 sets of tires in the trailer. You got to pick the right one to win the feature because everybody's so close.
Yeah, absolutely. It is very difficult from watching the go-kart shows that I have been able to see over the years. But your thoughts when you got into the legend car for the first time? Did you have anybody help you out get started with, or was it just like, okay, Owen and the car, and let's see how it works out?
We had some help from Sean and the whole GST team at the beginning, and then we kind of grew closer with them. But honestly, the first time whenever I jumped in this thing, it was so fun because you don't have that much horsepower with a go-kart, and to be able to light up the tires, that's pretty cool.
Has there been any one person in the Legends organization that has really helped you out? Did you have anybody you really went to and asked for some help understanding the setups, understanding how to drive them, or did you just figure this out, you and your crew, on your own?
Yeah, we had a bunch of help. Like I said, Sean,
yeah.
Everybody at the GSD team. We talked to Steven Wurtzer and his dad, and Ott has helped us. Jeremy Ott, he's won here a bunch. And Travis McClellan, he's helped us out, and then the whole Joe Ryan gang and the Perry team, they've given us some help.
Did you have that kind of a situation in go-karts where everybody helps everybody, or was it more you're on your own when you moved into legend cars? That's why I asked that question. This is a heck of a division as far as the people in the pit area. They work as hard on other people's cars as they do their own sometimes.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'd say it was a little different with go-karts. It was more so you had like separate little groups. So like we ran with John Keister, and then there was like Cole Lockey, which would have his group of people. But I mean, you would still help each other out if someone needed something. That's definitely a nice thing about the legend community. They're great to one another.
Well, you're exactly right. They are. They really work with each other, and they're out for the division. You know, it's more. Obviously, they're out to do the best they can that night, each individual team. But they're also out to promote the division and keep it going. And it is strong. Ever since Scott Gobrecht took it over, it has grown and has gotten very, very strong, to say the least. Now, I know we talked a little bit off before we went on air, and we did give out that teaser. This is again your first year in Legend Cars, but probably your final year.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say there's a possibility that we would maybe have a ride for next year, race a few races. But we just got a 305 sprint car, and I think we're going to race the Pass Series next year. So that should be fun. I'm excited for that.
How old are you?
I'm 17.
You're 17. Wow. It's almost, I don't mean this to be detrimental, but you're almost one of the older guys getting into the sprint cars at this point. It's amazing the 14, the 15, 16, and the 17-year-olds get out there in a full-size sprint car. Excited, nervous, concerned, or just anxious?
I think I'm excited. I'm just ready to go. We started it up today. It fired right up. So I'm ready to get on the track. We might go to a practice day next week, but yeah, I think it's going to be fun.
Probably a mistake starting that car up already. I imagine you're ready to bring it out tonight.
Yeah, I'm hooked. It's awesome. It's got a lot of power.
Hey, that's great. Your thoughts, your goals for your future in racing? Is it stay on dirt, looking at asphalt, staying in a sprint car, going to any other division, or a faster sprint car? What are your goals for your future?
I'd say, so like right now, I want to win Rookie of the Year, and I want to stay top 5 in points by the end of the year. And then for the future, I just want to race as much as I can and whatever I can. I love racing. That's just who I am. And I think eventually we'll probably move into a 410, hopefully. I think that'd be fun. And yeah, just whatever I can race, I'll race it.
Well, that sounds great. And I want to thank you again for coming out and spending some time with us as the behind us, the track crew, getting that track just the way you like it, nice and smooth and fast here tonight. And wish you the best. Again, the final appearance here at Lincoln Speedway of this season. So you got to get her done tonight, buddy.
Yep, definitely. We'll see what we can do. Thanks for having us.
Well, you're quite welcome. Owen Dimm, just another one of those young stars that we can look forward to. I sometimes wonder what the future of dirt track racing holds. I'd say it's in pretty good hands with guys like Owen Dimm. 1 year in Legends, moving up to a full-size sprint car next year. Should be exciting. Watch for him here tonight. He's hoping to go to victory lane for the first time.